Well, howdy, y'all. I'm CC Summers, and welcome back to the Wild, Wild West. Pop on those boots, watch out for cow patties, and let's get into it. So last we left off, we were able to successfully seduce Magnolia, Jade, and Dijon, Mr. Crazy Eyes, with his ominous "so glad you're mine" statement, and then he watched us walk out of the barn silently. And then we have actual Crazy Eyes to contend with, so things are looking up for us. So we have officially gone to all the places, but we haven't done everything in the places, I don't think. So there's still somebody we can talk to in the saloon, although I must stress how much I do not want to do that. So I guess I'm gonna go back to the store, check in on our girl Jade, and then go to the saloon. Okay, she had nothing new to say, so. So, actually, I'm gonna go to the inn. User Ollie Abe went ahead and told me all of the dark, terrible things that you must whisper to the innkeeper to get things. I'm gonna go do that now. And no, I'm not procrastinating. This is very, very important to the story. Hey, Cece! As you're walking through the inn, Amon catches your attention. You walk up, meeting his cool expression. What have you been eating? I don't know. You've been here a couple days now, and I can't help but worry for you. Come to think of it, what have you been eating? Oh, that's no good. Food is important, good for the soul, restores energy. We have a kitchen here. I'm giving you the key. I want you to be able to cook for yourself. None of this silly starving bullshit. That would be so silly. He slides a key across the counter. Oh, thank you. I'll be sure to make use of it. Good, and if you make a mess, I will sell your fingers to the circus. What would the circus need with my fingers? You laugh, but his face is stone cold. You clear your throat, nodding once and heading back into the parlor. Okay, well, we've got a way to replenish energy, so that's good. Let's go talk to the innkeeper and whisper our dark secrets. So if we type in the best color in the entire world, we get... His smile only gets wider. I'll make some arrangements. In the meantime, enjoy your stay. What does that mean? I wanted some stuff. What would you like to do? Get stuff! Okay, so then you type in bones. I would like some bones, please. I need more bones. I suppose you don't. Oh. Maybe it's bone? Bone. I would like a bone, please. And then the last one is beta. Give me stuff, sir. He gave me nothing. Ooh, do you see that we have 95 hairstyles now? Yay! Also, this fun fact says, fun fact! This tries its best to stick to the 1860s aesthetic the best it can, with only a few changes. Oh, it left. It went away. Oh no, it scrolls. I can't read it fast enough. But basically it said it takes away the racism and the sexism and changes some of the lingo so that you can understand what they're saying. There, now you can read the fun facts while I scroll through this library and see what I want to look like now. Oh my god, fancy. Oh, there's a hay in our hair. You get that shit out of my face. Okay, I'm obsessed with this mullet spiky hair. I think it's great. I know this is what you all want from me. I will never escape him. I will never escape him. Maybe when I go to the saloon and walk in and I'm like, hey, what's up, man? He'll see my ears and then I'll probably get kidnapped by Strayed. He'll be like, wow, great, now I have 2 of them. I'm gonna fight. My life cannot handle the amount of stress that these 2 men have caused in my life. I'm gonna go with this cute little heart face with the cute little heart eyes. Look at me. Adorable. Okay, well, we're... In my eyes, more abhorrent to look at, but there it is. Okay, fine, we'll go to the saloon. God damn it. Ugh. Let's go ahead and get nice and drunk before we subject ourselves to this man. The bartender gives you a smile, tipping her hat before sliding a beer across the table. I didn't order... It's on the house. Consider it a gift. Thanks, bartender. You aren't sure what has gotten into her, but you take the beer without a second thought, gulping it down and enjoying the cold taste on your tongue. Was it poisoned? Was I just drugged? Did she just drug me? Did somebody bribe her to drug me? Was it Strayed? It was Strayed. It's the ears. He's gonna take me home now. Okay, we're going to slink out of sight away from those 2. Go talk to this man. Hello, large drunk man. He looks down at you lazily, a smile growing wide on his face. Well, no wonder he has crazy eyes. No wonder. Like, I knew there was a reason this man gave me super bad vibes. That's why. Hello, Jack with no C. You're a cute little thing, aren't you? So you have told me. He blinks a few times, attempting to focus on you. He's handsome, but strange, looming over you with a strange hunger. Maybe it's his sheer height. This man has to be nearly 7 feet. Yeah, but don't worry. You can absolutely just tackle him with your bare hands, and it'll have an effect. It'll do something. He makes you feel small and weak. It's not good. Part of you wants to escape his dark stare. What is someone like you doing in a place like this? I swear I've never seen you around here before. He pauses as if remembering his manners. He sits up straight, turning his head a little. The name's Jack, without a C, but I hope to see you later. Pleasure to meet you, He coughs a little, attempting to figure out your name by just staring. Or reading your mind, maybe? Cece. Because he doesn't have a C in his name, so I'll give him 2. Cece? Oh wow, that's real cute. We go together. His name would be Jack. He laughs, smile big, and voice bubbly. You decide to stop talking to the fellow. Good choice. He seems like a scary drunk. Absolutely. Who would you like to talk to? Let's go talk to Magnolia. What's up, Magnolia? I had a good night with you. Aw. Duh. Thank you. You're welcome? I mean, I didn't do anything. She goes back to admiring the piano. Oh, okay. Okay, bye! Okay, let's check in... I guess let's go check in on the sheriff and then head downtown and see if we can go a different path than to Dijon. The sheriff yells at you as soon as you enter. Yeah. You can't expect that I was the same person from yesterday. Come on. Okay, there was nothing new. Downtown! Okay, so we went out to the pasture and found Dijon. So I guess we'll go to the creek and see who else we can find. You walk along a small path, finding yourself next to the creek. Is that a clown man? That is a whole ass clown man. That is a clown man. at the creek. I hate it here. What would you like to do? This music. Oh my god. I would like to run away, is what I would like to do. Please? I guess I'll just approach the strange clown man. Hello, strange clown man. You approach the strange clown, pausing when he seems almost startled. He stares at you, eyes wide and glossy like two strange marbles. Hello? How would you even get to know this guy? You don't. You don't get to know this guy. You run away screaming from this guy before he drowns you in the creek. He stares at you, and under his clown paint, you can see him turn a bit red, the flush crawling down his neck as he looks at the floor. He parts his lips as though to speak before mumbling something incoherent to himself. What? He peers up, startled yet again, before he turns away from you, beginning to walk along the river. All right, Richard Marks, let's follow you down the river at a hazard. I'm an old person. 99.9% of you are not going to understand that reference. Because you are not an old person. And I apologize for my oldness. Let's go. You follow him with a bit of curiosity. What the fuck is up with this guy? He doesn't seem to notice you follow as he walks across the creek at a more shallow point. The water is loud and catches you off guard. All you can do is stare at the water, then at the back of his head. What do you do? Obviously we go through the water, get swept away in the current. Maybe there's another better way than drowning, you know, just in case. You decide to look around for some other way to get across. While searching, it dawns on you that you better be quick. That clown of a man sure has a pep to his step. The water is bubbly and loud, and soon enough, a good bit down, you find a large tree which has fallen into the water. Should you climb it or keep looking? Time is of the essence here. I guess we'll use the tree, right? You step up onto the tree, giving it a little push with your shoe to test it out. It doesn't budge. Well, it seems the coast is clear. You keep an eye out for the clown. Sure, you can still see him in the trees as you carefully walk along the tree. Though you've hit a bit of an issue. The end of the tree reaches only about 3/4 across. You look from your feet to the small shoreline, debating what to do. I mean, we made it this far. We're just gonna go for it. Screw it. You take a step back, then gain some speed before jumping off of the broken tree. You land in the water only a foot or two inwards, so just your shoes get wet. You walk carefully, heading after him with a bit of delight. That worked! All right, clown man. Following the black mop of hair ahead, you make your way off the shore and into the woods on a small man-made path. I don't know why we are so determined to make a beeline to certain death, but we are. From the looks of it, it was made purely from walking alone. He must travel this path every day. You follow a bit, making sure to keep a couple yards back. Anytime you step on a branch or walk through a thicket, the strange clown man walks faster. Fuck, will this guy ever slow down? Probably not, he seems to be running away. Finally, he comes to a complete stop, seeming to be staring ahead, towards wherever he was going. Shh. You stare, gulping a little. What is he doing? After what feels like a while, he sinks to his knees, leaning down and beginning to dig in the ground, from the looks of it, with his bare hands. You knit your brows together in confusion, feeling as though you're almost intruding on something meant to be private. Maybe you are? I mean, you did follow this guy into the woods. He sits up after a while, holding up something. God damn it. A skull. You freeze up, heart beating loud. So loud you can't hear the woods, or the creek, or the sound of his footsteps as he continues to walk ahead. You aren't sure what to do. Continue marching towards certain death, obviously. You decide to rationalize it. You didn't see him kill anyone or anything, but why would he bury a skull? Or better put, why would he unbury a skull? You let him get a bit ahead before you start to walk, following him as every couple of yards he stops, sinking down and checking the earth. Sometimes he doesn't pull anything from the dirt. Other times, he does. How does he know where those holes are? You pass each spot, and after a couple, you notice that the trees are marked a small, scratched W. By the 8th one, he seems done, because now he's walking faster. You attempt to catch up without making much noise, but find it difficult to replicate his soft steps. Finally, he reaches a small clearing. You hide behind a tree to watch. He turns quick, holding up the skull and looking it over. He has wire and rope, putting it together against something next to the tree. More bones, some animal, and some human. What the actual fuck? What? So is this Lawrence? That has to be Lawrence, right? Because we've already got Straight and Ren in there. By the way, I got a cool new shirt, but like, look. Middle one's Lawrence, right? Pretty sure. Look at that. Look at that. Has to be Lawrence. It's all right. I have you now. Don't worry. He comforts the bones as he sits down next to them. He sheds his coat, leaving it on the floor as he works, attaching the skull to a sort of body. It's quite all right. I know, but the dirt was necessary. He murmurs this as he brushes off some old dirt from the skull's structured crevices. Maybe he's just incredibly lonely? I mean, that's a very mild description of what's happening. Seems like it. You aren't sure what to make of it. When adjusting your hiding spot, you're goddamn right I'm gonna remember that. You step on a branch. His head turns like a deer being alerted, eyes wide as they land on you. He's stiff, unmoving as his mouth falls agape. William, the clown man, is about to fucking attack. The ability to speak seems to have been sucked out of him merely at the knowledge of your presence. You both make eye contact, the world in slow motion as he shoots up, beginning to run at you. Fuck. Holy. Before you can fully react, he attacks you, arms grasping you as you both fall against the floor. He's panting, scarily strong despite his body weight as he uses one hand against your head, palm smashed against your mouth and nose, the other holding your arm down. Let's bite him. Let's bite the shit out of him. Oh, I'm just gonna bite him so hard. It's my favorite. It's my favorite thing to do. Is just bite people. Ugh. You bite his hand, hard. He lets out a strange noise, which sounds more like a moan than anything else. God damn it. He thrusts you down hard against the forest floor. With ease, he raises a fist, striking you down. His knuckles slam to your face, and you can only cry out in shock from the impact. It seems to do its job because, with you stunned, he gropes for something at his hip. Wait. He doesn't wait. He presses the knife against your throat, a careful pressure. Mr. Clownman. Way to fall into a stereotype. A scary clown man in the woods that turns out to be a psycho killer. Do better. A threat. The pressure alone is enough for a thin, sour line to appear, a burning feeling against your flesh as the blade presses to the soft skin. Don't move. His voice is quiet, soft, and even though he appears to be looking at you, something tells you he's looking past you. Probably trying to gauge what kind of skeleton I have. You tremble, gulping against the blade. You listen, remaining stiff and unmoving as his free hand runs down your body. Please don't. He shudders, breath warm against you due to the temperature. You're quite pretty. Just get it over with. Just go ahead and... I don't want to have this conversation, man. I don't want to have everything that's about to happen. Just get it over with. No, thank you. If only I could see underneath all of this. I told you he was looking at my skeleton. He brushes his fingers along your chest before pushing softly down. You stare in horror at the realization he doesn't mean your clothes. I mean, I always could, though I'll admit, I can only be so patient with someone like you. His breath quickens as he reaches up. His hands are spindly, thin and rough as his thumb caresses your cheek. With his weight upon you, you can feel something press against your gut. Again, just get it over with, man. Don't... Ugh. Startled by his words and his actions, you begin to shake. The ever-present blade against your neck is a reminder that any movement could lead to your death. He tugs at the button on your trousers, tediously unbuttoning them. Then he pulls them down. You let out a strange gasp noise, your throat nearly pierced as the movement causes his hand to shake. Okay, see you in a few seconds. Yikes. I'm just longing for my fingers to graze against the real, true you. You manage to swing one of your hands freed from his weight. It connects, hitting him in the face. He lets out a strange groan, blood dripping from his nose, it running to bead against his mouth. Fuck. He pushes the blade against your neck. I can't. You have to stay here. He pants. I need you properly. No. But the skin and the tendons and the organs, and that's all part of it too. It's not fake. I grew it along with my skeleton. We didn't need to do all that. And with that, the blade plunges into your neck, the searing, stretching pain overwhelming you. The last thing you see is the trees, feel the earth beneath you, then silence. Oh God. Did you die? Welcome. Thank you. Seems you've perished one way or another. Where am I? In front of me. They all gotta be a smartass. You look around and then down, but there's no body to be found. We're just a poet and we didn't know it. Or at least what you know to be your body. I didn't mean to die. Most people don't. Some do. He's huge, towering over you. And well, terrifying at least. I wasn't ready, please. Many souls come to me and say those exact words. I have a feeling you really weren't ready. You must have a purpose, have you not? Sure. Your energy is quite strong. You're important one way or another, I assume. He doesn't seem to be moving, but your mind can't quite focus on his shape. Please, I can't go yet. His many eyes seem to focus on you. Call me Mortem. Hello, Mortem. If we end up kissing Mortem, I'm going to fucking die. Probably literally. I'll send you back, but you won't have any memory of this conversation while on Earth. Really? You feel lucky to have such a chance. I hope not to see you again, all right? Not for a long while. We'll see. You find yourself grateful, and it seems you don't need to express it. Farewell. Thank you, Mortem. Oh, okay. So we just start all the way back. Cool. So we would be really dumb really dumb to follow the clown man again, right? Right? Because, I mean, there was the opportunity to follow him and then call out to him before he starts digging up the skull. But, I mean, I would assume the same thing is going to happen. We're just going to avoid that area. We don't need to talk to William. It's fine. Okay, so that means we didn't talk to Jack. So we'll probably have to go do that again. Okay, so... God damn it, I just noticed. Anyways, I went and spoke to the sheriff before I went and spoke to Jack last time. And then this time I went and spoke to Jack, and then I was like, oh right, I went and talked to the sheriff. And I got new dialogue, so... The sheriff yells at you as soon as you enter. If you're here complaining about Jack again... Oh, hello there. Oh, that's it. Just Jack being pesky, like he always is. Hello, Officer Jedediah again. He's got to be cusping 50. Cusping 50. I really love that word choice. It's great. But beggars can't be choosers. He's still handsome. I mean, are we beggars, though? Because so far we've bagged 3 bodies. In what? 2 days? I think we're doing just fine. How can I help you? He looks you over, trying to figure out what you're all about. I have a feeling if I tried to do like a blunt way with him, he would be completely unamused. Just be like, okay, bye. So we'll try this one. So does this town have a lot of crime? It seems like such a nice place. His interest is clearly piqued, and he adjusts his posture. Well, this town is relatively small, only about 30 at most if you round everyone up. Only a few bad apples, mostly young people who have a little too much fun at that there saloon, and dress up like a clown and go into the woods and craft skeleton puppets to hang out with because he has no friends. You nod. Nobody really means much harm, though. His eyes meet yours. Why do you ask? I genuinely do not believe that statement. I do not believe it. Jade? Okay, I can see. She's totally chill. Why do you ask? He seems skeptical of you. I want to be an officer someday. No. I think being a sheriff is incredibly brave. But I mean, I guess. I feel like he would react better to this one. And who knows, maybe with the sheriff in our pocket, we can get away with like horse parking violations or whatever. Well, I just think being an officer is incredibly brave. And must be really dangerous. His brows narrow before he busts out a husky laugh. Well, shit. You're serious. Well, that's quite charming of you. He sort of smirks, awestruck, before he looks from you to the door. You must have changed something within him. So, stranger, do you have a name? Nah. I'm good. Bye. My name is Cece. I'm glad I changed my face. This one is much more appropriate for the kind of person I am portraying myself as. Cece? Sounds foreign. I like it. Yep, two letters stringed together. Foreign. Exotic, really. So much more exotic than Jedediah. You aren't exactly sure what he means by that, though. I could show you around. I could show you around. You nod quickly, and before you know it, he's out the door, motioning for you to follow. Outside, you both walk towards the rear of the building, where you see a horse tied up to a post. The horse looks just fine, munching on some hay from in a trough, and looking up lazily at the sound of footsteps on harsh ground. This is Marabella, my horse. Hello. Are you pink? Aww. He smiles, walking up before patting her. She lets out a loud neigh, and you'd swear she'd be a great horse actor for some horse shows. You approach awkwardly, putting out a hand for her to sniff. Jed watches as well, gulping a little, as this must be a big test. She looks up and then lets out a puff of air through her nose before butting your palm with her chin. Oh, well, ain't that sweet? She likes you. Okay, I didn't know if that was a good thing or not. I literally have zero experience with horses. Like, I think I rode a pony once when I was 7. That's about it. You let out a small sigh of relief, then watch as the officer climbs on top of her. He extends his hand for you to take, smiling wildly with a joyful delight. You take his hand, hoisting yourself up onto the steed. You find yourself settled behind him, gripping the saddle as he unties her from the post. He clicks with his tongue and she gets a-movin', trotting towards a small path from behind the jailhouse. I'ma take you somewhere real special, but you promise me you can't go showing other people, okay? This stays between yous and me's. Okay, Jedediah. You nod quick as the horse begins to pick up speed. You make your way through some fields and rocks, leaving the small town of Summerfair and heading beyond its borders. Are we about to die again? We just came back to life. We just came back. Marabella is no joke, picking up speed with every passing tumbleweed and cactus. You begin to shake, and at the rocky movement you find yourself slipping off the saddle. Woo! You wrap your arms around his waist to settle yourself. He stiffens, sitting straight up as he continues to guide the horse on the small and ever-fading trail. You can feel him sort of relax against you after a moment, hand moving back to hold on to you as he continues onward. It doesn't look like much. His horse comes to a slow trotting instead of a fierce run. Then, to a stop altogether. Here we are, my happy place. He sort of chuckles before sliding off of the horse. Before you can hop off yourself, he reaches up, grabbing your hips and pulling you off the horse. Your face flushes a deep red, and you find yourself lost in his gray-blue eyes for a moment. You're both sort of stricken, but he's the first to break it, letting go of your waist with a foreign shyness. He gulps, lips curling into a soft, gruff smile. This is my thinkin' spot. He says this to the air, and not directly at you. I come here to just enjoy life. You can see his hand is on his hip, resting against a flask, not his weapon. You can only assume he comes out here to drink as well. I don't know what it is about you, but I felt like taking you here. He turns to look at you, a smile on his tired face. You smile back, moving up and close before appreciating the view of the mountains. You can tell why he likes it so much. Since you're somewhat new around here, I'll tell you a bit about the town history. He settles down, sitting on a rock. He reaches, patting next to him and offering you a seat. You sit down, curious about what he has to offer. Summerfair started 50-something years ago, my father having founded the town. Well, that makes sense as to why he's sheriff then. Nepotism. When I was a kid, this place was even smaller than it was now, having been just a trading post and inn. That there inn you're staying in is one of the oldest buildings in town. That man who runs it is part of quite the family. His mother ran the post before it, and then the inn until she passed, God rest her soul. He looks ahead at the mountains as he speaks. He pauses, looking at you. How do you feel about the town so far? He seems genuinely curious, his normally hard expression much softer while he's out here. Everybody is horny all the time. That's my impression of this town. I like it. It's real cozy. I enjoy that, not to mention it's in such a pretty location. You motion to the mountains and trees. Yeah, I really enjoy it here too. I did experience a bit outside of here before I was a sheriff. He shrugs a little. I haven't left too far from here in years though. Mags always told me I should branch out. The name throws you off guard. Mags? You remember the young woman from the bar, the one you've tangled with. A strange, awkward feeling forms at the pit of your gut. Ah, yes, my niece. Oops. He laughs a little. You let out a soft breath of relief. She's always telling me I should have pursued something else. You raise your brows. Like what? He gets a twinkle in his eyes as he looks at you. I always wanted to be a painter. It also throws you off guard. A painter? You could almost laugh. He really doesn't seem to be the type. He looks like he could laugh as well, but it's probably due to the expression on your face. I mean it, I'll show you. He grabs something from his hip, offering it to you. A notebook. He must use it to record information down when he's on the job. Or paint, because this town has 30 people in it. What notes are you taking? He flips through a few pages before settling it in your hands. It's a little mermaid. Drawings. Oh, wow. You can't help but be a bit surprised. He leans over, shoulder to shoulder with you as he flips the page. Bye, sugar. This is just what I manage in my spare time. I think either of these are a safe bet, so what do you like drawing there, sir? What do you like to draw? Do you want a nice answer or an honest answer? Your brows raise, curious. You nudge him. Honest. Does that mean dead people? Does he like to draw dead people? He looks at you, smirking a little before he shrugs. Shit. Well, I like to draw pretty women. Dead. His thumb runs over the corner of the page. I like drawing what's around me too. You nod a little, smiling as you lean into him a little. His face turns a little red, but the silence is enough for you both to realize you like being near one another. He finally breaks it, coughing a little before chuckling. Clambering onto Jed's horse, you both settle comfortably. The ride isn't very long, but from the looks of it, his home is just outside of downtown. The house is small, a cabin built off the exit road of town. It looks older, quaint even. He ties up his horse, helping you off the horse. Here. He holds your hand, not letting go quite yet. Inside his home smells warm and spicy like herbs and tobacco. These are my paintings. You admire them, watching carefully. Then you both lock eyes. I think it's time. At least we're keeping it in the family. Cece? Before you can turn to look, he reaches, pulling you close. He presses his lips softly to yours, holding you close. You honestly aren't sure how to react. He pulls away, startled by his own actions. He stares deep into your eyes. I mean, it's my only option at this point, so guess we'll do it. You lean back into him, kissing him softly. At your interest, he winds his arms around you, pulling you close. Pressed against his chest, he feels warm, rough hands firm against your back. They're delicate, careful as he slowly untucks your shirt. Moving a little quick there, Sheriff. Then he slides his hand around, unbuttoning your shirt. Okay, so I'll see you in a few seconds. Again, guess I'll make a choice here. Don't want to. Well, someone's at the door. Jed is quick, grabbing his pants. Don't worry, just give me a sec. He shuffles on his trousers, heading out of his bedroom to his front door. You hear as he opens the door, then some arguing. Shit. All right, Florence, shit, just let me get my clothes on. He re-enters the room. A group of outlaws strolled in 20 minutes ago, robbed poor Olive. The fuck is Olive? Oh, is that the shop person? Huh. He shakes his head, scrambling to get his clothes on. I have to go. Do you need help getting back to town? You quickly grab a hold of your underwear, heading into the main room for the rest of your clothes. I should be fine. Then you freeze. Ah, shit, Cece. Florence is in the doorway, having witnessed your attempt to get your clothes. A flush scrawls across your face. Who's Florence? Sorry. He looks at the floor frantically. Promise I didn't see anything. He covers his eyes with a hand, stepping back awkwardly. You look from the doorway back to Jed. I'll go. Sorry. You feel a bit embarrassed, but at least you had a good time. You head out the door, heading back to town. Luckily, the town lights are very much in view. After a long walk, you enter the inn, heading to your room. You undress, changing into something more comfortable. Then you decide to get some shut-eye. Maybe you can forget that awkward encounter? You shut your eyes. Why did that scare me? You wake up with a jolt, startled by the morning light. And with that wake-up call, it is time for me to ride off into the sunset. Look, I'm sorry. No, you know what? I'm gonna be super honest. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all. I'm having fun. This is fun. And it will not stop. You're just gonna have to be okay with it. Anyways, I am excited to see who else we have left to meet. I hope that we have the chance to axe murder Strange Cloud Man in the face, although we both knew what was gonna happen. We knew. And it happened. And there is no surprise, but that doesn't mean it's not a bullshit move. Alright, y'all, watch out for varmints, and I'll see you later.